John Adams Inaugural Address, March 4, 1797. When it was first perceived, in early times, that no middle course for America remained between unlimited submission to a foreign legislature and a total independence of its claims, men of reflection were less apprehensive of danger from the formidable power of fleets and armies they must determine to resist than from those contests and dissensions which would certainly arise concerning the forms of government to be instituted over the whole and over the parts of this extensive country. Relying, however, on the purity of their intentions, the justice of their cause, and the integrity and intelligence of the people, under an overruling providence which had so signally protected this country from the first, the representatives of this nation, then consisting of little more than half its present number, not only broke to pieces the chains which were forging and the rod of iron that was lifted up, but frankly cut asunder the ties which had bound them, and launched into an ocean of uncertainty the zeal and ardor of the people during the Revolutionary War, supplying the place of government, commanded a degree of order sufficient at least for the temporary preservation of society. The Confederation, which was early felt to be necessary, was prepared from the models of the Batavian and Helvetic Confederacies, the only examples which remain with any detail and precision in history, and certainly the only ones which the people at large had ever considered. But reflecting on the striking difference, in so many particulars, between this country and those where a courier may go from the seat of government to the frontier in a single day, it was then certainly foreseen by some who assisted in Congress at the formation of it, that it could not be durable. Negligence of its regulations, inattention to its recommendations, if not disobedience to its authority, not only in individuals but in states, soon appeared with their melancholy consequences: universal languor, jealousies and rivalries of states, decline of navigation and commerce, discouragement of necessary manufactures, universal fall in the value of lands and their produce, contempt of public and private faith, loss of consideration and credit with foreign nations, and at length discontents, animosities, combinations, partial conventions, and insurrection, threatening some great national calamity. In this dangerous crisis, the people of America were not abandoned by their usual sagacity. They saw and felt the peril, and were aware that the remedy was only in a more energetic government. They therefore deputed the ablest men to a convention at Philadelphia in 1787 to devise such a constitution as might preserve the Union and secure the blessings of liberty. This constitution was adopted, not indeed without controversy and opposition, but it was adopted. The experiment was eminently successful. It has passed the ordeal of adversity as well as prosperity. To the Constitution of the United States the people are indebted for the peace, prosperity, and eminence which they enjoy, and I consider the election of the present Chief Magistrate as a proof of their confidence in the stability of that Constitution and in the support of its principles. The American people have never given any countenance to the suggestion that a republic cannot be maintained without a standing army or without a nobility. They have supported the Constitution with ardor and perseverance, and have justified the confidence which was reposed in them by the framers of it. The preservation of the Constitution in its purity and the administration of the government in its true spirit are the objects of my highest ambition. It shall be my earnest endeavor to discharge the duties of this high trust according to the best of my ability, with integrity and impartiality, and with a constant regard to the Constitution and the public good. I feel it to be my duty to add that no one who has ever been in the situation of the Chief Magistrate can possibly be insensible to the weight of the obligation he is under to the people of the United States. In the execution of this trust, I will rely on the advice and assistance of the heads of departments, and on the support of the legislative branch of the government. But it is not possible that any man should possess the talents or the virtues which are necessary to fill this station without the support of religion and morality. Our Constitution was made only for a moral and religious people. It is wholly inadequate to the government of any other. This sentiment is the result of a deep and solemn conviction of the necessity of religion and morality to the success of republican institutions. I shall therefore rely upon the encouragement and support of my fellow citizens, and humbly implore the favor of Almighty God, that His blessing may rest upon this nation, and that His providence may guide and protect its counsels. With this hope and this confidence, I enter on the duties of the office to which I have been called.